We are Lovepreet, Vishnu, Vishal. We are explaining today anomaly detection using FM algo. Let's start. First of all, import the required modules, math and hashlib. Then we define a hash function that takes an input x, converts it to a string, encodes it using UTF encoding, and then hashes it using the SHA-256 algorithm provided by the hashlib module in Python. The resulting hash value is converted to an integer and then modulo m, where m is some predefined constant value to ensure that the output falls within a specific range. The next step is defining some variables: distinct count, max, trailing zeros, lowest range and highest range. Then we define a function find trailing zeros that takes an integer input n and returns the number of trailing zeros in its binary representation. The function uses a while loop to iterate over the binary digits of n starting from the least significant bit, counting the number of trailing zeros encountered. Next step, to set boolean variable p to true. Now we open a CSV file named testdata.csv in read mode using a context manager with statement. Iterate over each line in file using for loop. Split the line into fields using a split method with comma as delimiter. Extract the source IP address from fifth field, it means index 4th, and assign it to variable source IP. Then if p is true, set it to false and break out of loop. This is a somewhat unusual way of skipping the first line of CSV file, which is often a header row. Now we print the value of source IP. Then calculate the hash value of source IP using a hash function defined earlier and assigned it to variable hash value. Now we check the hash value if hash value is not equal to 0. If it is, skip the remaining steps and continue with the next line in the file. Now we find the number of trailing zeros in binary representation of hash value using the find trailing zero function and assign it to variable trailing zeros. So if trailing zeros is greater than max trailing zeros, update max trailing zero to trailing zeros. Then after processing all lines in the file, compute the number of distinct elements based on the assumption from the hash function. Output is uniformly distributed. Specifically, the number of distinct elements is calculated as 2 raised to power of max trailing zeros and assigned to variable num distinct elements. Now, if num distinct elements falls within the range specified by lowest range and highest range, print no anomaly, otherwise print anomaly detected. This is an anomaly detection step based on assumption that the hash function output should be uniformly distributed. In summary, overall the code reads data from CSV file, applies a hash function to extract unique integer values from a specific column of data, and then performs an anomaly detection step based on distributing of trailing zeros in binary representation of the hash value. Thank you guys.